Options. They're those things that we wish we always had more of. But the funny thing about options is quite often when you find that you do have more options, you have so many different options to choose from that it becomes next to impossible to make up your mind. And that's why you need a government to step into the situation and tell you precisely what you need to do with each moment of your time, how to organize your life, how to breathe, how to dress, all those things, right? Wrong. But that wasn't exactly where I was going with this, right? So sometimes you have so many options that you can't choose. And then sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you have options and one of those options isn't so ideal for you. But you're not really sure about any other options. What can you do at that particular moment in time? Well, one thing you know you can do is you know in your heart that if you really, really wanted to, you could take that less than satisfactory path. And in just such of an area of your life, you find yourself in just such a situation. Strike that, reverse it. In one area of your life, you find yourself in just such a situation. Now, what area of your life might that be? That's going to depend upon where the new moon is falling in your horoscope, planets that it might be interacting with in terms of angles that it's forming, dashas that you're in, so many different things. And for that, if you would like a little more direction, you can schedule in one of my astrological services that are available through my astrological services page. There's usually something on special offer which leads you with more options. And you can find the link above. Okay? But you don't want to go down that less than satisfactory path. Your heart's not in it. It doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do, even though you know in a pinch it's something you could really do, right? And you're not really sure about any other direction until suddenly your vision begins to expand. Your inner vision, if you will. Close your eyes. Now open them. Now cluck like a chicken. Right? See, you need somebody to tell you what to do. I know you do, right? Only kidding. Okay, so your inner vision begins to open up. And suddenly you see something in the distance, but it's not quite so clear. It looks nice. It looks like it could be promising, but you can't see it clearly enough in order to discern what it actually holds on offer for you. And then there's another direction, that other direction that we were talking about earlier that's not so satisfactory. You know that if you go in that particular direction, you're going to have to go in that direction on your own. And you really would like to take a certain someone with you or a certain several someones with you on your journey, right? And we're making up language right and left here. You want to take a certain someone or someone's on your journey with you, so you don't want to have to strike off in that direction. But you can't convince them to go with you either. The more you try to convince them, the more you find yourself embroiled in a battle. And that's perhaps why that less than satisfactory path doesn't feel so ideal. About that battle, though, could that boil down to the fact that inside of yourself, you're dealing with so much uncertainty? And then in your discussion with the other people that are in your life, who you're trying to convince to go along with that path, you seem kind of split. And so when you're kind of projecting that type of a split, is it any wonder that you're going to have some conflict in your life if you then try to pretend that you're convicted about the path that you should go down, only to find out that you're not convicted about that path at all? So let's put dissatisfactory path on hold for the moment. What are you left with? You're left with waiting. And that waiting bit, that's the part that you're not really that wild about, because the more you try to wait the more you find you can't sit still. The more you find that you're going, right, something has to happen. I have to come up with some sort of a direction sooner or later in order to figure out which direction to go in. Oh goodness, what am I going to do? You don't need to let that happen. And it's not going to happen. You have more time than you think. Not a lot of time, not tons of time, not like, years, months, anything like that, right? You've got a little bit of time to kind of come to a conclusion about this situation. So perhaps the best thing to do at the present moment is to sit still, even though you don't feel like sitting still. Let that restlessness bring things to the surface. Let it bring things up, and as it's bringing them up, you can look at them. You can purge those things that don't work. You can go, get rid of that. That's not going to happen. I need to purify my life of that particular option, until suddenly that thing that you're seeing on the horizon, that vision that you're seeing, it begins to become clearer, and you're able to see whether or not it actually holds promise or not. Yes, you can afford to wait a bit. And if you could use a little bit of help clarifying a difficult situation, I should mention that I do offer several different levels of astrological service, all available through my services page, and there are consultations on special offer if you visit the services page right at this very moment. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Until next time, that's going to do it for this look at the new moon in Vishakha Nakshatra, which is going to take place, the astrologer forgot, he has to open his astrology software, on the 4th of November 2021. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.